Hello, wonderful humans of Earth. I am Jimmy Tripp, also known as Brainwave, or Brainwave, also known as Jimmy Tripp. It doesn't really matter which. If you watched the last video I made on the Let's Produce series, I basically was writing out a song idea, or had a song idea already written out, an arrangement already written out months ago. And now in this video, I'm actually going to go about taking every single element in the written arrangement here, typed out arrangement here, and try to actually construct and create a song out of it. And so I have a little bit already done right here that I kind of got done off camera, did this before I started filming, and it's just the first 3 elements of the first verse right here. And I'm just going to go by verse. So I'll start here at the top verse, and I'll just, as we get to the pre-chorus and the chorus down here, I'll just keep adding as I go, and I'll start from the top, go all the way down. But so far, I already have the kick drum. I have the high frequencies for the kick drum, and it's been consolidated into this one individual file right here. This 8-bar loop, basically, that is just repeated over and over again for 16 total bars. And this right here already has the low frequencies that are in mono, the main beef of the kick, and then also the high frequency stuff that I needed. I went ahead and used a reverb with a very short decay, very short tail to give the highs that stereo width that it was needing. And then I also think I layered a little bit of white noise over the top of it too to get it to sound this way. But here's the kick by itself. It's very, very, very boomy. It's a boomy kick. Here's the sub bass. This is happening in mono. We could probably actually clean it up a little bit too first, because there's a click happening. You can hear it. There we go. Okay. And then we have these filtery chords here, which is actually the first mono element of the background elements. So far we have this. And I have gone ahead and I've put an exclamation point right here to check in Fruity Notebook any element that is already added into the playlist now. So we have the sub bass that's in mono, that has a check next to it. We have the kick drums high frequencies, that has a check next to it. The kick drum, that has a check next to it. We have the filtered synth chords in mono, that has a check next to it. So those are all that we have so far, and all together it sounds like this. There we go. So far, so good. It's just very mono. This is a very, very mono sound because all we've added is mono things. So let's go ahead and move on to this next element here. I'm skipping the vocals for now because I will have to record the vocals at another time. But we'll just make sure to save space for them. I'm kind of already trying to make sure to save space for them. If you're curious what the sound design going on here with these chords is, it's literally, I'm just using a synth called Mini Pole right here. I messed with the oscillators a little bit. I put on a little bit of filter modulation happening with the LFO here. And there's a low frequency cutoff here with some subtle resonance risen there. But then what really goes crazy here is I have Shaper Box, which is amazing. It's very inexpensive too. I think this plugin, when I got this plugin, it was on sale for like $11. We have some, little bits of cool modulating happening here with the low frequency cutoff. Let's see, we're cutting out a little bit here of some of the higher harmonics just to really save space for vocals later. That's going through Unfiltered Audio's fault, which is so crazy. Like the frequency shifter in this is amazing. Like this is what happens if you mess with this. In fact, I'm actually going to go ahead and automate that, because I knew this could sound a little more interesting, and this will definitely be the way to make that happen. There we go, yeah. So just playing around with that shift amount of Unfiltered Audio's fault really gets some interesting results in this playlist now. So let's hear that all together now. Well, that is cool. Let's go ahead and top this off a little bit with this guy here. And what I want to go ahead and do is I'm actually going to multi-band compress some of the low mids. Probably from about 489 hertz to below to around 220 hertz. Very subtle too, it doesn't even have to be crazy. Oh, I already think that sounds better, that's crazy. I like some of that beef. Some people try to get rid of that frequency range altogether, but I actually like that frequency range. The mud frequency range, as it's referred to very often. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll render this now. We'll go ahead and delete everything in here. We'll write down filtered chords mono again. We'll color that. Cool. And we'll make sure this is in its proper channel that we want it to be in. Okay, cool. We'll go ahead and add another shaper box, because the cool thing about shaper box is it can basically act as a very durable, very versatile, a versatile sidechain. It's a very versatile sidechain, I should say. Because the fact that you can shape the curve so specifically is amazing, especially on stuff that's this 4 to the floor. Odin is on my bed. He took a nap. Okay, so already that's sounding a lot cleaner. Let's go ahead and we will unmute these chords now. But what we're going to do to these chords is we're going to change them up a little bit, because right now what we're trying to get is we're trying to get the filtered synth chords wet reverb with short decay time to be what's next. We can change the tone a little bit, and it's kind of interesting what will happen as a result. So let's mess around with the synth. We're going to automate the frequency cutoff inside of Minipole, inside of this VST. we go to last tweaked parameters right over here, and then we'll do create automation clip. And that's how you can pretty much automate just about any parameter of a third-party VST plugin. So that goes up here. We'll maybe have it dip right back down to oh yeah. We'll go ahead and write, let's see, wide filter chords. This is already getting very funky. Let's mess with the clip, the automation clip a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and put that into channel 5 here. And now let's go ahead and add that reverb. It's gonna be very, very wet reverb. Here comes the stereo. First time we've had stereo this entire video, and it's already 11 minutes in. We'll mess with the room size. This is a very neat plugin, by the way. Abbey Road's Chambers. Very much love this. We'll mess with the frequency here. Crazy. Let's see how this all sounds together now. Oh yeah, that's nuts. Let's go ahead and modulate this a little bit too. Why not? We'll add a second reverb just for good measure. But we're going to automate this second reverb. We're going to automate the send level. Or I guess the dry wet level, I should say. We'll just duplicate this. Let's go ahead here and we will add some berserk distortion. But we're going to mix it in. And that's also going to be automated to basically appear whenever reflex appears here. This reflex. There we go. We'll add a decapitator here. Why not? Now we're getting somewhere. This is starting to get kind of beefy. Got the wide chords rendered now. La-da-dee-da. Why didn't that delete? Okay, there we go. And let's see here. We can go ahead and add a time check. Awesome. Now, next up is the mid bass. We need to add the mid bass in. Cool. So let's go ahead and get rid of these plugins here so that things will not explode as they often can in live. Let's see here. Wide chords filter. Yeah. Crazy. Okay, so we'll go ahead and add a mid bass of some kind in retro 80 bass, 80s bass. Goodness, I can't speak. Okay, let's see. Could probably make something like that in Harmor really quick, honestly, if we really wanted to. And I really do want to, so let's see. Wet reverb, short, 25% left. Okay, we'll turn this 25% to the left. Mess with the volume cutoff here, or the volume envelope, sorry. And we'll say retro 80s mid bass left. And again, that is 25% to the left. So here we have it displayed right there on the screen. Let's see here. Just so there's no conflictions, we'll mess with the timbre harmonic level. Well, like gets rid of that sub. Now it's just a mid bass. Okay. There we go. Cool. And that's just to make sure that all these bass notes are actually going to line up correctly. That reverb tail at the end. We'll go ahead and put a check next to that because now we have that in the track. All right, and then next we got the marimba we need to do 25% right. And that is not checked. Okay, there we go. Marimba, marimba, like Simba. And this might just be the synth for the job because it's an emulation of this very old Kiwi, I have no idea how to even pronounce the name of this. But let's see if we can find a nice marimba sound in here. I'm sure we can. Marimba, marimba, marimba. Marimba, marimba, marimba. I see a marimba right here. It's probably going to be kind of cheesy, but I think that's fine. That is totally okay. Bring on the cheese. Ooh, yeah. There we go. Okay. Let's make it sound even better. So we'll open up BBC Orchestra here. Now's the part where it starts to sound maybe just a little bit less cheesy. So marimba, there's a way to go in and turn down the reverb. Is there not? Perhaps there's not. Okay, that makes sense. Let's see. There is an option to increase the reverb, but not to take the reverb away. Okay. We'll go ahead and we will route this into channel 7, 7 being the marimba, 25% right. We'll go ahead and we will remove some of the high end here. Or not high end, some of the low end, because we already have low mids here happening here. Let's turn that up quite a bit. Yeah, there we go. And just to ensure that this is truly 25% to the right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this plugin called Focus. And what Focus is going to do is it's going to make everything entirely mono. And then afterwards, we're going to add just another, let's see, fruity stereo enhancer here. And we're going to turn the stereo separation knob all the way 100% to this negative direction to turn it even more stereo just in case. And after that, now what we can do is we can add a fruity balance knob or fruity balance plugin, and we will take this and turn it to 25% right. And we'll see how that sounds. Now it is truly 25% to the right. Okay, so this is checked now. Awesome. Celesta, 40% left. That's what we need now. We will go ahead and we will say Celesta. And I do like this BBC symphony here. It's quite amazing. Harp and Celeste. Celeste. And what I want to do here is, on top of making it mono, before we turn it 40% to the left, let's make sure to really get it mono first. I'm going to go ahead and take this fruity balance. I'm going to turn it 40% to the left, turn it down quite a bit. What I really want to do is I actually want to take this plugin called Big Beautiful Door and kind of gate this a little bit, this sound. A little bit or a lot of it, we'll see. We're going to go ahead and we will, let's see, probably EQ it as well. Let's see how this sounds. subtle time things going on here. All right, so we got that checked now as well. And then next we have the high mid bass FM synthesis or bandpass filter, 40% to the right. Okay, so bandpass thingy. 40% right. And we could honestly, for the sake of time, we could take a filter here and just use the bandpass filter within this because it's actually an amazing bandpass filter. It's very, very, very nice bandpass filter, I must say. And we will go ahead and let's just go ahead and take another instance of Harmer. Because Harmer is wonderful. Make sure that's extra band passing. %40 to the right. That is A. That is a really low A note. Turn that down a little bit. Go ahead and give that one a check. Now for glitchy percussion. Best way we could probably do that is through taking some of the glitchy percussion that I've made at a other point in time. We'll have to make sure that this is in mono before we necessarily add it to the whole arrangement. So let's see. We will go ahead and we will put another focus on there. And now that we have our next instance of focus here, we will go ahead, we will select mono on. We will go ahead and name this for no confusion, glitch percussion. Focus really is a useful utility, by the way. It is an incredible plugin for what it does exactly. Like it's pretty nice. Okay, we'll go ahead and we'll take the stereo enhancer. We'll go ahead and make that mono. So this is surely mono now. Let's see. Sounds pretty mono to me. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we will bring this down now in level. And then after we have done so, we will turn it, let's say, let's just go ahead and put it 60%. 60% to the right. Okay, and that's way down there now. Start arranging the percussion on this glitchiness. Getting a nice little groove going now. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll check that for the sake of time. And then hi-hats will be the opposite direction of that. So to the left, same percentage. Let's see what kind of hats. Shouldn't conflict because it's not going to be occupying the same stereo space as the glitch percussion. It's going to be opposite to that. So let's see, hats. I've gotten lazy now with actually naming the percentages. So 60%. All right, let's see how that sounds. Oh yeah, there we go. ahead and clean up this glitch a little bit too, I think. Now, so that's good. Let's see if it still sounds good in mono. Okay, so far so good. And if we want to check the stereo field, what's going on there, we can add a fruity stereo enhancer here, like so. And then we can go to just the left or the right channel, and we can set this to mono and hit play, and you will hear only the stereo elements. Very, very useful tool. All right, that is nice, actually. Okay, wow. So let's go ahead and put, okay, I put a check there. Clap, super wide. That's what we need. And then we need the shaker. And then this video will be done for now because I will have to make multiple parts to this because this is running very long, almost an hour now. So I'll make one later for the pre-chorus, and I'll make another video later for the chorus as well. But for now, let's just get this clap in here and then the shakers in here. So let's see. Hello, Odin. He's being delightfully petted by my sister. My sister is petting him delightfully. He's a wondrous cat. That sounds like a wide clap to me. Okay, let's go ahead and add that in. That'll be actually, tell you what, in the fashion of like old house tracks, we'll go ahead and we'll have that every other kick. Every other kick, we will have claps. And I could make this like more progressive if I really wanted to. I could have it like build upon itself so the claps get added later into this arrangement and get added like as the bars go on. So instead of like starting at the first bar, I could wait until like the 9th bar in this section and then have the claps added if I really wanted to. We'll see how this sounds first, and then I might actually decide to do that. This needs to go to channel 13 now, the super wide clap, and we'll even call it super wide clap. And to ensure that it is very wide, we'll take this nice mid-side EQ boy here. And what we'll go ahead and do is we will scoop out some of the mids. But only the mids, rolling off to like up to here. Yeah. Yeah, because we just want kind of some of the presence and the higher frequencies to be heard in mono from this clap. We don't really need any of like some of that lower mid content in mono. However, I do want the lower mid content of the stereo part of this to really pop out. So after that, I'm going to add the maximum assurance that this will be clipped to death, which is by using this free clipper called Clip Max and just setting it all the way down to a whopping noise floor of negative 24 decibels. And it'll come in and it should sound like this. My goodness. Okay. Because without that, trust me, you would know it sounds like this. Yeah, so makes a huge difference. It's actually really crazy. So this is actually what I was going for. Although I like the little Moombatan type of thing going on there. I never know how to pronounce that word. Now we can level this off. Everything is still pretty balanced. It's all staying at around negative 12 decibels. That's crazy. Let's go ahead and brighten this up a little. This Abbey Road saturator is a very good way to add top end. Oh man. That clap is happening at around negative 33 decibels right now, which is blowing my mind. Okay, last element to add before we call this video quits for now, and before I have to make the next part for the next section of the track. Shakers will be 35% to the right. Let's find some good shaker samples. How about these? I think I want to increase the tempo of this, and then it'll be perfect. No, that's not what I meant. There we go. Okay, we'll turn that 35%, I said. Yeah, 35% to the right. Well, it's around 34, but that's fine. That works too. So, shaker. Let me make sure I color both of these so I don't get lost and confused, because I always get lost and confused. Derp. Okay, so shaker. Good. Let's see what we got here. Increase it just a little more. There we go. Already this is starting to sound like it has a lot of depth and dimension to it, which is really neat. Now what we can do to really beef it up is watch this. Say this sub needs a little bit more beef to it. Let's add like this plugin called Barrier here. Let's see what we can do. effects. It's just a few effects, but and of course, I want to take my time mixing this, obviously, and this is still only one section. This is just the first part of the arrangement we have written down. But in the next few videos I make, I'm going to be going over the next sections, the pre-chorus and also the chorus, and I will make videos on those. I will be adding all of those elements in as well. Obviously, vocals still need to be done, but the vocals will be done at a later time. And probably off camera because I need to figure out how to record video and record vocals at the same time. Once I can figure that out, that should be fine. But yeah, so this is just one section, but already it's really starting to come along. And let's just listen again in mono just to make sure there's no phase canceling happening. I'd say something is off with the shaker sample just a little bit, but I don't know if it's just the fact that it could just be the sound or the timbre specifically of just the shaker itself. It could just be the timbre of it. I might end up changing that later. And I probably will make modifications to all this. I just needed to put something together quickly for the sake of camera and for the sake of showing you guys an arrangement of literally a 16-bar loop in about an hour. So yeah, that's about an hour of work. So yeah, I hope you guys actually got something out of this. Let's hear it in stereo again, I guess. All right. Something else we could probably do. See, I'm already coming up with more ways to change this. Just remove some of the sides there. And then increase the sides here. See how this sounds. Just out of curiosity. And without the effects. And with the effects. It's all relative, though. All of this is relative. Every single bit of this. Did it just crash? Don't tell me. Oh, it didn't crash. Okay, that's good. I thought for sure this almost crashed. Okay, well, yeah. Anyway, this is all relative. So what sounds good to your ear may vary from day to day. And of course, it helps to work quickly because the more quickly you can work, the more you maintain objectivity throughout the process. So anyway, yeah, I hope you guys got something out of this video, and we'll continue on with the next sections in a bit. So yes, possibly the next few days because I think I'm busy. So anyway, yes. Peace.